All right, chat, are you ready to come on an adventure with me? So what we're trying to do here is nice and pure. We've got Thousand Year Storm here. With those not familiar, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each instant or sorcery spell you've cast before it this turn. So all of these adventure creatures can be instants or sorceries. Notably, Rosethorn Acolyte, along with Thousand Year Storm, can generate us a pile of mana. We're also just ramping with Beanstalk Giant. We've got Edgewall Innkeeper to draw some cards when we don't have Thousand Year Storm coming together. Once Upon a Time with Thousand Year Storm is going to impulse through our deck like no other and find us this to make us more mana to do more stuff with. We have 4 copies of Fae of Wishes here to give us access to basically 7 copies of Thousand Year Storm. Fae of Wishes is also a Thousand Year Storm that we can basically find with Once Upon a Time, which is sweet. So this could just be a giant disaster, but let's take a peek and see how it goes. Hey, MVK, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for keeping me around. Sure. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to once on one here because I could find an Innkeeper. Bet our opponent thinks they're playing. Oh, they could be. I was gonna say, I just assumed Grazer was the what's it called deck. They could be playing Timur. Could be a Golos deck too, though. I think I'm gonna pay 2 here and pass. Probably gonna merchant through a merchant, or merchant through a Bonecrusher potentially. Yeah, it looks like we might get run down here. Kind of surprised they didn't just 3 us there. Happy they didn't just 3 us there, but also kind of surprised. Yep.
I lead the way, but my brother knows her path.
Surely you see the humor here.
Yeah, the Timur Oko deck is an aggro deck. I think a lot of people don't understand that. They're looking at it and thinking it's some kind of like ramp mid-range deck. It's an aggro deck. Brickblade, thanks for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. So this puts a land into play untapped. So I get to do this. I get to shock this in, and I get to Merchant of the Veil here.
My answers lie in the cold truth.
I wanted to subscribe to propose this is a Jimmy deck. Yeah, I believe that sounds right. Alright, not technically dead that turn, but effectively dead. Lava Coil's probably better than Bonecrusher here. I'm gonna make that swap. Clicks a bit. Questing is greater than adventuring. That does appear to be the case at a glance. Seems a pretty good start. Lovestruck Beast is definitely going to be one of our better cards in this matchup, just because it has a pretty big body. So we get to go make a friend on one here. And then Edgewall Innkeeper plus Temple of Mystery. And then we'll get to Lovestruck Beast and draw a card on 3, which is nice. Hey, thanks for the half a year, Apollo. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yep. I'm gonna bottom that. We're just looking for ramp spells and 1,000-Year Storm at this point. Well, that's a very good turn 2 for us. Did not get Planeswalker. Fist bump. FYI, you have a modern deck and the standard deck list on your website. Oh, did I tag? Is there Bring the Niv in there? No, I don't. Which one? You have a which modern deck? Can you link me the page you're seeing that on? Neo Shulbrand is not on the standard next page. Oh, in the standard videos. Got it. Thank you. I'll fix that. Fix that after we're done streaming today. All right, I think I just do this. Huh? I think I just kill this while there. I could have shocked in to draw a card by playing this with the Innkeeper. It might honestly be right to wait to play the Innkeeper until I can guarantee draw a card with it. I'm gonna hold him back so I don't get hit by a questing beast. This is why we prioritize killing the wolf. Escape to the Wild seems neat. I could see that. The question is, what do we cut? As always. The wolf is very good. If I had to pick a card for a card that I underrated during spoiler season, it would definitely be Wicked Wolf. The card is super powerful.
You call it anarchy. For me,
You probably want to cut the last Lucky Clover. Yeah, I believe that.
there'll be nothing but dust when I'm done.
Huh? Yeah, I think Escape to the Wild sounds good. Look at the curves of the deck, Most. Look at the curve of the Timur deck and the curve of the Sultai decks.
Were you doing something?
The goal of the Timur deck is to play its planeswalkers at a time. Thanks, Marty. Why did they eat 2 foods? Maybe they forgot it had an extra power here. Probably forgot it had an extra power from over here. Honestly, Troll, we've had a pretty good mix of things today. Wow! What did fun ever do to you? What did fun ever do to you, opponent?
I'm not finished with you. Not by a long shot.
We did not show them any 4-drops. There's a good chance that this is someone who knew what we were playing, because if they're playing the Timur Oko deck, they were probably watching the stream. I'm not saying they're currently ghosting, but I'm saying there's a good chance that they aren't surprised by what we're currently playing. That's true. They did also see Ram Spells game 1. The Giant's technically a 7-drop, right? I mean, the opponent's deck's very good. If the deck that we're playing has any reasonable chance, it definitely does not have a reasonable chance against good aggressive decks. Our deck's probably okay against Golos. Here's my bump on Grixis Thieves. We played that today, Haskow. Unless there's another Grixis Thieves deck in there. You're right, there is. Yep, 10 out of 10. Thanks for poking me. If I don't confirm, I didn't hear it. We unfortunately cannot add Escape to the Wilds in the middle of a constructed event, so if we die horribly in this match, I'll add some Escape to the Wilds and re-queue. What I think is the most fun deck so far this season, the deck our previous opponent was just playing. The Timur Oko deck is my competitive deck of choice at the moment. I think we take the Beanstalk Giant. Since there wasn't a land in there. Beansy, feel free to DM me exactly what you wanted to see. Because I often miss the gift subs because there's no dashboard for it. So if I'm doing something else at the time, I'll miss the message in chat. If you wanted to re-add Timur, I probably missed it. Remember that time we kept a 2-lander, had 5 looks and 2 draws at a 3rd land and then missed? Pepperidge Farm remembers. We only dug 7 cards, right? Oh, look at this release ready product. Weird. I'd ask who hurt them, but we know who hurt them, chat. We know who hurt them. Thanks, Golos. Thanks, Golos. All right, let's add some Escape to the Wilds. Let's try again. We just got Ponza, chat. We're just trying to meme and we got Ponza. This is not reasonable. Man, I almost want max on this card. This card seems really good. Gives us 5 looks at Thousand Year Storm, and it's like really good with Thousand Year Storm. We should definitely be on 4 of this card, huh? This card's been kind of mediocre. Yeah, you have to spend mana to play them, but you get to play them for 2 turns, chat. So it's like light up the stage. You can play them until the end of the next turn. So we light on adventure cards. When do we stop running? We have a ton of adventure cards. Light on adventure cards. We have 21 adventure cards. What do you think? If you think 21 is light, I'm pretty sure that's more than most of the adventure decks play. All right, hoping to draw a land in 2 cards. Yikes. Yikes. Or a once into a land. I wonder if we should cut that one of and add a 25th land, actually. That's probably what I should have done. I feel like we just need to hit all of our lands every game. You can't wish for a land. Can you? You can wish for a land. That's neat. Huh. Maybe? Maybe. I think I'm gonna cut the one of adventure guy for another land. 25 land sounds great. I think I want to hold on to this for post-storm. What does the word Ponza refers to? Ponza refers to a time when we named magic decks in a truly idiotic way. Ooh, they get to play a 5/5 this turn if they want. But I guess if they just play it as a 5/5, I could kill this, and they can't attack with it. They have another 1/1 in their hand. They probably want to play a 5/5 here. So we have to survive 2 more turns to go off with Thousand Year Storm here. Actually, I probably want another land here, huh? Now let's just bottom it. So by doing this, I get to keep this one for longer, right? Oh, I technically have Thousand Year Storms in my hand, right? Huh? We gonna get run down here? We might just get run down. Need to put some defense into play. All right, so how about I do this, and then I Rosethorn, and then we Lovestruck Beast. It's unfortunate that we hit a bunch of aggro decks. We needed a little bit more time to get set up these games. Sure. I guess if they don't have a way to cut through our Lovestruck Beast here, we might end up okay. Alright, that's not a Phoenix yet. You gonna double spell their way through this one? Yep. No, not at all. The adventures are phenomenal. I think I have to jump here. Huh? That's actually a pretty good draw. So do I... Okay. They have a lot of gas from Innkeeper's the issue here. Yep. Am I dead on board if I cast Thousand Year Storm this turn? And go block, 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 take 4. I'm dead to a shock. Storm does not count itself. So if you play Storm and then made the Beast 1/1, I'd get 1/1/1. Oh, you're saying do that, and was that enough to not die? I'm not sure. I didn't count. Yeah, I think we just died a shock. Bottoming that Steam Vents also hurt us. If we'd have been plus a mana here, I'd have an extra blocker, which is a big deal. Hopefully they just have one of these. So I can go block, block, and then I'm dead. Yep. So, almost stabilized against their aggro deck. I think if I would have kept the Steam Vents, we'd have been okay there. I think the person that pointed out in chat that I should have checked to see... I could have checked to see if the other line left me not dead. I think they're right that the other line left me not dead, and it would have gotten Thousand Year Storm down, and then maybe I could have gone off the next turn. So I should have kept the land, and I should have done something differently the turn before as well. So a couple of mistakes there. And when they have a good aggressive draw, there's not room to make mistakes. Yeah, I think if we would have gotten to untap there, we would have gotten to once into Escape, and then Escape was pretty likely to hit a Rosethorn to make a bunch of mana. But alas, made a bad scry, made a bad turn. Definitely should just have a 25th land in here. No, I didn't cut Gruul Spellbreaker, it's just hidden, so explicitly you can't see it. Hey, thanks for the 16 months, Lefty. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I think I'm taking Bonecrusher here. Killing their Innkeeper on 2 is pretty good. He's dead, Jim. All right, if we can hit a untapped land in our next 2 draws, getting to go Beanstalk into Escape's pretty good. And I don't know about costumes. I do know I'd like to sit down, though. So far, this deck's just been dying to aggro, which is about how combo decks go. Thanks for the 2 months, Plenty, and the reminder. Listen, when one person tells me I'm on mute, that's enough. Trust me, I heard. So 5, so we're dead to a shock. 9, 10, 11, 12. Survey says that dead to that as well. Just one turn short both times. I don't think there was anything I could do in that second game, but the first game I definitely could have sequenced differently to give ourselves a better chance. Do you think a Selesnya token list would be viable in the current format? I don't think it is, Marcel. The tokens decks tend to lack reach that allows them to be competitive against the sweepers out of the Golos decks. I mean, Haskow, to challenge your point there and why your point is awful, our issue hasn't been finding Thousand Year Storm. Our issue has been we find Thousand Year Storm, we cast it, and then we die. So, like, if the issue was actually getting our card, I agree with you, but that hasn't been the problem. We keep getting to our card, and then we die because of it. So, just, I don't know if you've been watching different games that I've been playing, but yeah, six mana to not impact the board feels bad. It's again, details matter. Yep. Little punish for not shocking in our land on 2. Couldn't know that they were going to play Priest. I mean, do we know what deck my opponent's playing? They played like 2 lands and a Bonecrusher Giant, so like they could have. We don't know that they're an aggressive deck just because they played Bonecrusher Giant. So like, if deck lists are heads up and I know what our opponent's playing, I should definitely leave up Bonecrusher Giant on 2. But I also just like can't know that without seeing more of their deck list. I mean, to people that are like, we need more ramped, are you looking at the deck list? The deck list has a bunch of ramp in it. Chat! I understand you're trying to like spike the crap out of this deck, but even optimally built, this deck is awful. And that's okay. We're not playing it because we think it's good. We're playing it because we're trying to do something sweet.
Don't worry. I blocked
It would be nice if we could not queue into brutal aggro decks every match, but you know, don't get to pick that unfortunately. I think I'm gonna cut the innkeepers here and just seem like they die. Yeah, there's been a few things about the NBA recently. Does Arena match combo with aggro intentionally? Yeah, probably. Alright, so now that we know what they're doing, we'll hold up. We'll hold up Lava Coil. Oh, you know what? Was I supposed to lead on this? If I would have led on this, I could have played this on 3 along with the tap land without shocking. Although we're probably just playing a 4-3 here, huh, as a blocker. Honestly, if I'm thinking about anything from these games, I feel like we should cut the innkeepers, but not for more dig, but for interaction. Like I feel like I want to be more interactive in these games so I can just not die. I played this out because if this lives, I get to cast this next turn, which is ideal. Alright, we might get to do the thing here, finally. Or we're dead. Could still just be dead. That works too. So this Fae of Wishes goes away if I don't cast it, but casting it into a Claim the Firstborn sounds real bad, so let's kill this. I mean, we've played against monolinear decks, so like being more interactive is definitely ideal against monolinear decks, right? Joners, thank you for the 4 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Well, if we can manage to find an Escape the Wilds or a Once Upon a Time, we could probably go off. I have Bonecrusher Giant if they rip a Chandra. Oh, this ritual's a sorcery. Am I dead? Might be dead.
Pyromancer extraordinaire. Mostly. Don't worry, I brought company.
Alright, solidly in the not dead yet range. Can we just draw a card that draws cards, please? Yeah, I get to kill their whole board here, but it just feels bad. Because then I don't get to do the sweet thing anymore. I wanted to combo off. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to just wrath their board, chat. That's boring. Hey, I appreciate the free Amazon money. Yeah, if we draw escape, we can still do stuff next turn. You'll note that I made sure to target the original Bonecrusher at their Planeswalker so they couldn't sacrifice it to deny me the Bonecrusher. We are dead to Rankle here, which means that's what they're drawing next turn. But, you know, if we hit Escape the Wilds, we can maybe do stuff. Holding these does not count towards Storm count because Thousand Year Storm explicitly only counts instant and sorcery spells. So there's no value in not casting them. Gotta stop calling things like that. Yeah, something or other. All right, dead to a lot. Dead to a lot. Not dead to that. Escape the Wilds, please. Yeah, can't Bone Crush their Bone Crusher because we'll die. So, if we hit a once or an Escape the Wilds next turn. Yeah, Escape was a really good add to this deck. Sure. Sure, why not? Woof. We don't even get it back, no? They're gonna bake him into a pie? Yeah, we're technically not dead yet, right? I'm gonna hold on to this because I want the storm count in the event that they hit it, so. Yeah, the opponent's deck looks like a variation of what we played earlier today. In fact, it might be the 2-color variation that we talked about. Are there basics left in my deck? Yeah, there's one. How many bad cards have I bought him? Just one? Alright, sure. Oh, there's 3? Oh, there's more basic in this list than I thought. That's fine. This kills relatively quickly. We already cast 1 escape this game, right? So there's only 3 left. Yeah. Alrighty. Alright, let's try again. Alright, so I think I want an extra land. Let's get a Castle Vantress in here. And I think putting some interaction in the main deck is probably a good idea. I don't know if I want shocks or lava coils or a mix of the two. It could just be a mix of the two. Now, I don't think this is a goose deck. Maybe it's a goose deck. No, I don't really want to add food. Like, goose all on its own. Do we want some? We have card draw, chat. We have 4 Escape from the Wilds and 4 Once Upon a Time. I get it that, like, so, like, peak Twitch chat is, like, making edits to this deck and adding a bunch of card draw after we managed to lose 1 game to not finding card draw. But if you think critically about the matches we've played for the last hour, a majority of the matches we lost were not because we didn't have the critical mass of cards. We lost most of our games because we died, right? Because we didn't have interaction. So you don't want to, like, knee-jerk make a decision based on just the last game that you played, right? You want to think about what's going on, why you're winning, why you're losing, etc. Incubation is not meaningful interaction. I think it's a sweet idea. But it's not meaningful interaction. Some incubation could be okay. Hey, good luck in the rest of your event, Sassy. I commented while we were playing that it looked like the updated variation of what we were playing earlier. Sweet. A ramp deck. Instantly wish that this card was something else. Hey, and a 1,000-Year Storm. Let's do it. Who's ready for a 1,000-Year Storm to get Agent of Treachery? Alright, I have deep amounts of regret requeuing with this deck. Should have just stopped while we were behind. Oh.
Open your heart to the magic that
Okay.
is around one bite, and all your cares are gone.
So, I guess if I do that, I don't have a guaranteed... Having a land in the board would be good here, right? I guess I play this so we can cast this next turn. Instead of me telling you you're wrong, Iggy Nasty, be an adult and explain to me why you think I should make a 1/1 there. Why is it a good decision? We are definitely afraid of the big bad wolf. I don't think that deck has enough consistency to be a top tier contender, top 10 hammer. It feels to me like it doesn't have enough recovery mechanics in it. Alright. So pretty punished for playing that out. And here's we got the thing into play, but like, are we gonna do anything meaningful with it next turn? Without like a Once Upon a Time or an Acolyte, we're gonna kind of struggle to get going, really, right? At least Oko can't interact with our enchantment. We've got that going for us. And like, with the Agent of Treachery looming overhead,
Harness the elements.
we're actually just dead next turn, right? So we like have to draw Escape from the Wilds.
Gaze into my face and put on your true shape.
I believe we've died. I guess we can theoretically... We're in the realm of solidly not dead yet. So if they don't have a land, they can't agent us. And like, if we hit and Escape the Wilds, we could do stuff next turn. Oh, it's not a mana. Oh, I forgot about that.
Loyalty is fickle and fragile.
Forgot this stops making mana. Alright, we have to draw exactly Escape here, and then the Escape has to be absurd. But, you know, we technically have outs. Yeah, sure, feel free, Third Degree. You can also, there's a Mythgard channel in the subscribers Discord that people have been posting codes into. Alright, I think we just want some Veil of Summers in here for their Okos and their Agent Treacheries. What is Mythgard? Mythgard is a digital TCG that I've streamed a little bit of. I play a bunch of it off stream. It's on mobile and Steam and other things like that. Really elegant design overall. If you're in the market if you're an ex-Hearthstone player who doesn't want to support Blizzard because they're an evil, awful company, feel free to add that one to your list of things you should try. Well, Guess we're hoping to draw a green source. Mythgard. Crunch the goose. Oh, someone's wondering in chat why they didn't kill us with the 1/4 last game. When you gain control of a creature, it gains summoning sickness. So normally threatened style effects say they explicitly. I'm just gonna. We're pretty dead here. We're just never beating this Thrashing Marathon even if we get going. Let's try. Let's try one more time. Six times the charm, huh? Maybe we can get a W. We've not won a game. This'll probably be my last match of the day. No, I mean, like, doing it with this deck means you're going to win the game. So, like, we've mostly just been flopping around and dying. Oh, this is exciting. So we get to play our 6-mana enchantment and then have Teferi bounce it. That's fun. Looking forward to that. Okay. Okay. I would like that one. Escape the Wilds has been pretty sweet, though. That card seems pretty powerful overall. It's a shame that any, like, traditional non-combo deck that could go in is, like, greatly overshadowed by Golos. They like getting a disenchant here. Feels par for the course. At least we drew a second one, I guess. Okie doke. What was the design team trying to accomplish by printing a card like Field of the Dead? Alright, so while we're dying here, I'm gonna rant a little bit. Field of the Dead is not really a problem, I don't think. I think a lot of the people are just upset that Field of the Dead is the current thing that's making their bad decks unplayable. There's a very real chance that if Field of the Dead wasn't the thing making your bad deck unplayable, something else would be unplayable. There's always the best deck. Tapped Lands, thanks for the 10 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I honestly don't mind the Golos deck being the best deck in the format because the types of gameplay patterns it generates feel very attackable in this format. Field of Rune wouldn't change anything. Everybody who keeps talking about Field of Rune makes me feel like I'm living in a parallel universe. Field of Rune was legal last season, and the Field of the Dead decks were still absurd. Field of the Rune would not magically make your decks that are terrible better against these Field of the Dead decks. It just wouldn't. It's just not how they work. I get it that that's just something to complain about. Here's a blisteringly hot take. Questing Beast is 1,000 times better than any of the answers we had last season. What's a real option that you think it would open up? What's an actual option that you think it would open up? Real talk. Matesu, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So this doesn't actually, oh, it does stop there. It does stop there, Casualty of Wars. It stops Teferi too, I guess. Sure. Yeah, you just kill them with jellyfish. Like, the people that think like these cards would be like a reasonable answer, I don't think they're actually thinking about like how these games play out. Control decks would be playable if Field of the Dead didn't exist. Yeah, if Field didn't exist, some control decks might be better. But you know what? There'd just be a different deck, probably one of those control decks that would make people feel oppressed. There would still be something else that was sitting there making people miserable. The only thing Magic players like more than playing Magic is complaining about Magic. It's like, feels like everybody thinks all of it sucks all the time. I actually think as far as like best decks in the format go, I actually think the Golos deck is not a bad one to have on top. Although I will say the worst part of the complaining that people are doing about the Golos decks is that the worst part about all the complaining are the people that are complaining about the Golos mirrors. Because guess what? If you're upset that you're playing a Golos mirror, 2 people chose to play Golos to get involved in the Golos mirror. So stop registering the flipping deck if you hate the mirror.
I think a little merriment is in order.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Yeah, I agree, Trug. I would much rather play against Golos Field than Esper Control from previous seasons. I think it's an upgrade. And that's subjective, so feel free to disagree. But I much prefer Golos being better than Esper being better. So in response to them targeting this, I sack the food and then they don't draw a card, so that's nice. Wow, did we really just not hit a land there? That's kind of unreal.
It's not poison. Trust me.
I agree with you, Bob, that in general, Magic's not a super watchable game, but I do also think that Golos is more watchable than Esper Control Mirrors to set a low bar. Yeah, the move back control has felt reasonable.
My prowess is unmatched with thoughtfulness before action.
I think if you wanted to kick the legs out from under the Golos deck, you would want to get rid of a Boreal Greaser.
I invite you to change your ways.
So, because they got this, I don't think I actually cast this here. I think I just, like, do a bunch of stuff.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
We're gonna, like, win this game without our combo card. Just be a mid-range deck, probably. For the record, I think this current standard format is very reasonable. I don't think anything needs to be banned. I think the Golos mirror sounds like an incredibly long and tedious slog, but I also think that it's optional to play Golos mirrors, and I also know that long, tedious slogs are a type of magic that really appeal to a certain type of person. So again, if you're not into that slog, stop engaging in it. You're choosing to play that matchup.
Or not.
There is not an easy way to tell which are in exile because of adventure. Oh wait, maybe the glow? The glow, I think? Maybe the glow. See how there's this yellow hue? I think the yellow hue might be it. We'll check in a second. We'll escape the wilds again next turn. I just picked up Command the Dread Horde, eh? I only played one land this turn, right? So I'm gonna once and try and find another land here. Perfect. I think we're just looking for mana at this point. I've got a Thousand Year Storm over here. Played Timur Oko at my LGS today, and the deck's real fun. Kudos to you for making it. Hey, I'm glad you enjoy it, Furpy. Yeah, glow means an adventure, right? Yeah, these don't go. These smoke. These are smoking. See them smoking? So I have 6, 7, 8, 9 mana here at the moment. So what's the... How many basics are in this deck? I have 2 forests. I have 2 forests and an island. We might be able to do the thing next turn.
I've got it.
We might be able to do the thing next turn. Which is why I bottomed the other Thousand Year Storm, because I want to draw an untapped land, because mana's going to be our bottleneck. That probably means we go here. So we Thousand Year Storm. Oh wait, this doesn't make mana yet. I was thinking this made mana, but it doesn't. Oh, I tapped wrong. Did tapping wrong just lose me the game? Because I can't Veil to jack up the storm count? If I could have veiled... Well, no, I needed to veil before I do this, chat. So I needed triple green. Because the goal was to do this and then do this. So I get to do this and make 1. But like, I would have made 3 here. I think we were short anyways. Oh, yeah, and this is Exile too. I was confusing what we could do. I can't ramp here. Yeah, we're nowhere close to doing the thing. This deck's awful. Oh, this deck's awful. This deck's both too slow against aggro and too poor against the small amounts of interaction that the other decks have. Maybe you can almost certainly build this in 100 different ways. Veil doesn't draw a card if they didn't play a blue or black spell on my turn. So I can't just play this and draw a bunch of cards. It's going to be busted if it did that. It's already pretty good. It would be busted if we... Narset also prevents card draw. Yeah, we were super dead. But it doesn't work for 2 different reasons. All right, so that was... Escape to the Wilds was cute. There might be something to trying to figure out. Honestly, Fae of Wishes felt kind of crappy. It was like really slow and clunky. So like, if I was going to try and work on this, I think I would probably start... I would probably try and start with this, like this, like these ramp and like Escape to the Wilds with 1,000 Year Storm to like draw your entire deck to then make a bunch of mana with Rosethorn Acolyte. And then maybe you just play like a control deck down here at the bottom and put a bunch of interaction or something. I don't know, but like this would be like the cards I would work with probably Once Upon a Time too, because this like impulses through to find a bunch of these, then make a bunch of mana. But trying to figure out a way to like not die. Yeah, growth spiral could be okay too. I could definitely see that, but like this core, I think the fact that we were like trying to be all in on this adventure package was quite bad. I think like growth spiral and opt might be a better direction to take it in. But I'm tired of getting beat up playing this today, so I think I'm gonna be all done for the day. But feel free to explore if you feel like exploring growth spiral. Seems like a